I'd now like to introduce Martin Johnson CBE, who actually really needs no introduction from me. He is the English former rugby union player who represented and captained England and Leicester, and captained England to victory in the World Cup in 2003. And he became the England team manager on the 1st of July 2008. He toured 3 times with the British and Irish Lions, becoming the only man to have captained them on 2 separate tours. And he also led his club Leicester Tigers to consecutive Heineken Cup victories and won the league 6 times. We're absolutely delighted to have you here with us today, Martin. I'd like to invite you to give us a few words. Thank you.
Firstly, thank you for inviting me, and wow, what an absolutely brilliant day to see all you guys getting your awards and the results of all your hard work, get the accolades for the results of all that hard work. What a fantastic day it is. And I've had a tour of the campus. Mrs. Dawson gave me the tour. I did a little interview with your media people, and they said, wow, you know, how impressed are you with the facilities and how great they are? And I said, yeah, they're mind-blowing to see a college and to have all these facilities now. But the thing that really impressed me, and the thing that's most impressive about this college, is the people. Because buildings and facilities, you know, we live in a world, in my world of sport, with sports science, and you've got to have all this high-tech stuff now, or it seems like that. But that's not the important thing. It's great if you can have it, and it's right that you have it, that you have the best that we can provide. But the important thing is the people and their attitude to what they do. And you've all come up today and got your awards and your certificates and your qualifications, which you richly deserve. And they'll open doors for you in the future and give you opportunity. And all you can ask for in life is an opportunity. You know, I talk to people all the time, and I was very fortunate. I played sport and I enjoyed it. But they say to me, oh, what do you need? What do you need to have to make it and to do what you did in sport? And I said, you know, the number one thing you need is you want to do it. You really want to do it. You want to go out there and succeed. And that's the same in whatever you do. You know, we've had awards for bricklaying, for animal management, for all sorts. You walk around here and it's incredible the amount of qualifications and the amount of things you can do. But to be successful and to get enjoyment out of it and satisfaction, you've really got to want to do it. Particularly, I know there's sport here as well, and that's probably number one. Determination and will get you a huge amount of the way. Particularly in my sport, rugby union. I say all the time, the guys I played for England with, they wouldn't have been the most talented people. You know, they weren't all the most naturally gifted people born in their generation. It just wouldn't happen. But what they did have, yes, there was incredibly talented people. Jason Robinson, once in a lifetime sort of player. But what most of them had was that huge determination to succeed. When other people said, you can't do it, or when it got difficult, and other people maybe thought, that's not for me, they kept on going. So what you've got today in terms of your qualifications will open doors for you. But I think the important thing here, and the thing that impresses you straight away when you come to this college, is the attitude of everyone. The staff that I've met, and the pupils that I've met, and the enthusiasm for what they do. And you have your values here. And if you go around sports teams, successful sports teams around the world, they might call them slightly different things. They might have different names for them. And they might play out in different ways slightly depending on the circumstances. But they're all the same things. Doing things excellently, doing it as well as you can. That's the most important thing. I was a half-decent rugby player. I couldn't lay a brick. I couldn't groom a dog. I couldn't look after a horse. I couldn't look after a pig. All those things that you guys are now qualified in doing. But when I did my rugby, I did it as well as I could. And I got enjoyment from that. And fortunately, it took me where it did. But doing things as well as you can, striving, is the enjoyment, is the satisfaction. Going out every day and trying to succeed and get better and improve is what it's all about. So those values you've learnt here, you need to take forward with you, because they're not just something, if you just write them down and put them on the wall and forget about them, they won't hold you in good stead. If you remember when it's difficult and when it's tough in your future life, because it always is. No one has a smooth path. And I'm sure some of you guys have already overcome obstacles in your life. But no one has a smooth, perfect path in life. It doesn't happen like that. It never happens. Always things, I see sports coaches, they say, we were well prepared, we've done everything. Well, you never know what's going to happen when you step out on the sports field. And you never know what's going to happen in your life. Things change. The only thing that's constant is things change. I became a professional rugby player. When I was your age, you couldn't be a professional rugby player. The game was amateur. It only just started being a World Cup. So I never thought I could get to where I got because it wasn't there then. No one designed a website when I left school. We never even heard of them. Right? Loads of people make a living out of doing that now. So things change. Opportunities arise, and your life may take you in different directions. You may have a qualification in one thing. You may end up doing something else. Take that opportunity. But as I said, things will never pan out maybe as you think they would, or you planned they would, or you thought they would. As always, things will change. Good and bad. Good and bad. You read out, I've won this and I did that, and two things. For every World Cup I won, I played in ones that we didn't win and we lost. And for league championships that we won, there's more that we didn't win. For British Lion Tours that we won, there was 2 that I didn't win. So your experiences are your experiences, good and bad. And both of them will hold you in good stead. And often when you look back at those bad experiences, however terrible they may have been at the time, and disappointing and crushing and upsetting and all those things, often you look back at them years later and you say, wow, after that, it actually helped me improve. It changed me. Something happened and I got better from it. So your experiences in life, good and bad, hold you in good stead later on. As I said at the start, the most important thing is hold those values that you learnt here. Determination, enthusiasm to be successful is what it's all about. Any team I played with guys who had immense natural talent. Talent, I thought, I wish I could do that. But sometimes they didn't have the mental toughness, whatever you want to call it, the determination, the will to be as successful as they could have been. And I see some of them now, and they know it in themselves, if they're honest enough to admit it sometimes, that I could have done that a little bit more. Yeah, I could have done that. Don't be that person. Yeah, make the most of what you've got. And seeing you all here today, get your certificates, get your qualifications. It's fantastic, but it's just a start. Life will go on to further education, go on to employment, whatever it is. Yeah, you're always going to get tested. And everything's an opportunity. And as I said, those experiences that you have in life, good and bad, they can all hold you in good stead. And often the bad ones, in a strange way, turn out to be the ones where you learn most and improve from the most. Okay, so I think you've had an incredible opportunity to come to a college like this. I don't think these sort of places existed when I was 18. The world's changed, and the enthusiasm and the opportunity here is immense, and the facilities are fantastic as well. So congratulations to all of you, and good luck. And remember, get your enjoyment out of life as well. I was talking to some of the guys there about they were rugby players and what do I need to do. And I said, well, even on a wet Tuesday morning, when you're thinking there's 50 places I'd rather be than running around on a rugby field, get my head kicked in by 25 Neanderthals, yeah? Make the most out of your opportunity and find the enjoyment in it. Find the enjoyment in what you do and the fun in what you do, because they're the things you remember later on. They're the things, when I see players I played with, we don't talk about training sessions, and we don't really even talk about games or trophies we won and games we lost. We just talk about the silly things that happened and the fun things that people did, because good people is what it's all about. And every time Mrs. Dawson-Jeanette, the principal here, gets told what a good job she's done, first thing she says every time when I've been with her today is, I've got a fantastic team of people. I've got a fantastic team of people, and they all get on with their job, and they make life relatively simple. All comes back to what I said. If you're enthusiastic, you have that determination to succeed and be the best you can, there'll always be a place for you somewhere. Or someone will always give you a job, and someone will always give you an opportunity. So thank you very much for inviting me. It's been fantastic, really, to see all you guys get your qualifications and do so well. Take the most of your opportunity, and good luck for your future. I really mean that. Fantastic.